In the oldest desert on Earth, surviving the morning requires a miracle of biomechanics. This fog-basking beetle literally drinks the wind to survive. But morning hydration is only the beginning. Over the next 12 hours, the temperature will double. The predators will wake. And as dusk approaches, one golden wheel spider will have to execute the most desperate escape in the animal kingdom, or become a living nursery for a lethal parasite. The Namib Desert, a sprawling ocean of rust-red sand. This hyper-arid landscape appears entirely devoid of life. But as dawn breaks, a miracle occurs. A life-giving fog rolls in from the Atlantic. The fog-basking beetle emerges to seize this fleeting moisture. It assumes a perfect headstand atop the dune ridge. Its specialized bumpy exoskeleton is completely hydrophilic. Microscopic fog particles condense into heavy water droplets. Gravity pulls the moisture down waxy hydrophobic troughs, directly into the beetle's waiting mouthparts. "6 a.m. The damp morning briefly cools the hard-pan dirt. A Namib dune ant sprints frantically to forage. Mandibles clamp down on a vital grass seed. It must return to its colony before the heat becomes lethal. But the open sand is fraught with invisible danger. A perfectly camouflaged silk lid lifts infinitesimally. The trapdoor spider monitors vibrations through the quartz grains. When a clumsy cricket wanders too close, the ambush is absolute and terrifyingly fast. 7 a.m. Nearby, the golden wheel spider pushes open its silk-lined burrow. It stretches its incredibly long, multi-jointed legs, shaking loose sand grains from its pale fur. It flattens itself, surveying its harsh territory. As the fog burns off, a heavily spiked giant lumbers forward. The armored ground cricket is a miniature, pale green tank. Its devastating mandibles effortlessly pulverize dry vegetation. Protected by thick, overlapping armor plates, it fears almost nothing on the desert floor. "8:30 a.m. Racing across the ripples is the terrifying camel spider. It operates like a high-speed biological radar, violently tapping its sensory pedipalps to locate hidden prey. But as temperatures soar, even this hunter furiously digs a refuge. Only one creature seems immune to the rising thermal load. The wingless velvet ant sprints across the burning sand. Its dense, vibrant fuzz acts as a vital thermal insulator. Armed with one of the world's most painful stings, it aggressively searches for subterranean host larvae. "10:30 a.m. The sand-diving cricket performs a frantic thermal dance, alternating its splayed feet to prevent fatal burns. Vibrating at high frequencies, it literally liquefies the sand, sinking vertically out of sight in a matter of seconds. Midday transforms the Namib into a lethal, scorching oven. A lethargic blister beetle seeks refuge in razor-thin shade. Its abdomen pulses rapidly to regulate internal heat. Under extreme stress, it bleeds a toxic yellow fluid, a defensive warning to any desperate predators. "12 p.m. Beneath a sun-baked quartz pebble, the pale bark scorpion rests in pitch-black shadow. Its sensory pectines monitor the scorching ground temperatures. It pulls its legs inward to conserve precious moisture. Its venomous stinger remains curled in a state of high alert. Deep underground, the golden wheel spider enters suspended animation. Its pale golden hairs provide crucial thermal insulation. Its silken burrow prevents the loose sand from collapsing. "13 p.m. The velvet ant continues its relentless high-speed patrol, defying the lethal thermal radiation. It excavates shallow pits to access cooler layers of sand. Inside its dark shaft, the trapdoor spider waits. Thick claws grip the silk lining tightly, holding the camouflage door firmly shut against the burning air. It refuses to expose its lair to the midday heat. 1400 p.m. Far below the dunes, a subterranean oasis exists. Blind Namib dune ants meticulously groom their translucent larvae. Nurse ants focus entirely on the next generation, regurgitating microscopic droplets of life-saving morning water. As the afternoon wanes, the brutal temperatures finally break. The flat surface of the desert violently cracks open. The sand-diving cricket hauls its massive body upward, meticulously wiping the red dust from its sensitive antennae. "1500 p.m. Shadows stretch dramatically across the rippled landscape. The bark scorpion uncoils its long, segmented tail, testing the mechanical strength of its powerful pincers. It steps out onto the open sand to begin its evening patrol. The fog-basking beetle resumes its endless forage, its stilt-like legs elevating its body above the warm sand. Its highly textured shell is now completely bone dry. It freezes instantly to avoid the aggressive armored cricket. (1600 p.m.) In the cooling air, deadly ambush predators prepare. The camel spider heaves its terrifying head from the sand, vigorously scrubbing its sensory pedipalps for the night hunt. It evaluates passing threats with hyper-aggressive focus, ready to sprint into the fading day at a moment's notice. In its burrow, the golden wheel spider senses the shift. It gently pushes its trapdoor open just a few millimeters, allowing a brilliant beam of golden light to pierce the dark. It scans the horizon for potential threats, before emerging majestically onto the warm, red dune. (17:15 p.m.) True dusk descends upon the Namib. The transition of power on the desert floor is absolute. The bark scorpion's eyes catch the last glints of twilight. It wisely ignores prey loaded with toxic chemicals. Using its specialized pectines to chemically map the sand, the rust-red ridges transform into a treacherous landscape. A dune ant sprints frantically with its final harvest, racing against the dying light to secure the colony's food, narrowly avoiding the gaping abyss of a trapdoor spider. (17:35 p.m.) The camel spider launches into a terrifying nocturnal sprint, tapping its biological radar to detect vibrations in the dark, opening its vertically slicing jaws in a lethal display. Beneath the deceptive stillness, the trapdoor spider waits, lifting its lid to reveal the pitch-black void beneath. Bristled legs rest flat, turning the sand into a vibration web. Staring intensely out from the darkness of its shaft, waiting for the perfect, terrifying kill. (17:55 p.m.) The armored ground cricket lumbers through the twilight, thick plates shifting flexibly as it navigates the terrain, fearlessly continuing its meal as a venomous scorpion passes, its devastating mandibles pulverizing tough, dry seeds. The massive sand-diving cricket erupts from its refuge, clearing the final layer of sand to access the open desert. Meticulously wiping the red dust from its sensitive antennae. 18:15 p.m. The deep orange light casts dramatic, sharp shadows. The parasitic velvet ant hunts aggressively before total darkness, its vibrant fuzz serving as a stark aposematic warning. Probing tiny holes, searching for subterranean host larvae, its twitching antennae successfully lock on to a fresh scent. The incredibly steep slip face of the dune
drops into shadow. The golden wheel spider rests perfectly flat near the edge. Suddenly, the highly sensitive hairs on its legs twitch. It raises its body, realizing it is being actively hunted. The velvet ant exposes its incredibly long, lethal stinger.
"16:40 p.m. Backlit by the dying sun, the stage is set. With a violent lunge, the wasp strikes. In a split second, the spider folds its legs inward. Transforming into a wheel, it cartwheels down the steep face. Blurring away at incredible speeds, it escapes into the shadows. Safe at the bottom, it slowly unfolds its legs. Shaking off the sand, the magnificent spider scuttles into the dark. Defeated, the parasitic wasp turns to continue its endless hunt. The evening winds gently blow sand over the tracks. As true night falls, the Namib settles into a majestic silence. The wheel spider survives another twilight, but the shifting sands of the Namib are forgiving compared to what lurks beneath the Amazon canopy. If you think the wasp is terrifying, wait until you see the architectural nightmare the trapjaw ant builds in our next episode, right here